This is really about something that happened, or I got aware of, in the winters of 1993. I was just short of being 30 years of age that time. I remember that cold winter morning. I wake up to lights in my face brighter than this, chilling cold, and beeping sounds in my background. And an excruciating pain, which was killing me, every organ of me in absolute discomfort. And I was stuck to that bed and I couldn't move. It was within a few minutes that I realized something terribly wrong had happened. I was waking up in the ICU of a hospital. It looked like my hospital. My hospital because I'd had my education from All India Institute of Medical Sciences. I'm an MBBS, a graduate, and a postgraduate in radio diagnosis from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. I woke up to the reality that I've got a shattered skull. I don't have a face anymore. My tongue is wrapped in a cold cotton and put in tight to my neck. My left shoulder is missing, it's crushed. I don't have 6 ribs on the left side of my chest. The chest has caved in. I've got pipes going through every part of my body. Through the airways, for the food pipe. Everything is being taken out of my system through pipes in my chest. And I also noticed I have a crumpled piece of flesh which they called my right leg. I thought that was a dream. The last I remembered was it was summer. And then they told me it's been 6 months. I had tried going on a vacation and never made it that morning. I have no recollections of that journey. All I remember is waking up in that ICU. It took all my professors, friends and teachers and the whole of All India Institute of Medical Sciences and all the knowledge and wisdom and hard work of hundreds of these doctors for years on end, and 56 people who donated blood for me, that I stand today and talk in front of you. It was painful, it was terribly painful. I realized, getting back home, many years later when I did, that there was nobody to get back home to. People had left. It was too late. As I recovered, and so-called miraculously recovered, because I could now stand and walk and talk and move around, I had become a cynical, resentful, irritable, very angry person. I was complaining all the time. It was terribly painful to live this life. I was wondering why would God do this to me? It couldn't possibly have been so. I couldn't have been created for such misery. I couldn't figure out, but the only thing I knew was to be the doctor that I was, and thankfully radiologist had to just sit in a chair and do what he can do, look at images and maybe write a report. As I recovered enough to start writing again, I didn't even have to speak. I started writing reports, and I was successful the second time around. Professional success. A miracle again. But inside of me, I was dying. Years passed, and I fast forwarded now to 2006. And I look at myself, and given the injuries and the recoveries and all the medications that were given, steroids and the works, here I am, a 134 kg monster of a human being, who's a diabetic, who's a high blood pressure patient, who's got multiple slip discs in his back, and can't stand up and walk again. The reality hit me. If he's the creator, and I'm the child, why is he making me suffer so much? No parent would do that, and if he wanted, he could have saved me. What is he that he's really trying to tell me about my existence on this planet? And then it dawned on me, and I love to share this on this platform with you. He had set me up for something which I'm going to do and talk about now. And it couldn't have happened in any other form that the story unfolds now for you. I was born back in 1963. anybody would have seen a human being being born. We have a car being purchased, a television being brought home, a radio, a transistor, a cell phone, and we're totally clear what we're going to get now out of this. We're going to get cold food out of refrigerator, we're going to get music out of transistors, we're going to watch movies, we're going to have fun. I wonder what he would have thought I would do when I happened and I was created back in 1963. And I had enough time by myself, now with nobody to share my life with, empty spaces to fill, and lots of time to spend with myself. I laid there wondering what it could be all about. While I was dealing with this, the worst happened. 2006, I wake up one morning and I notice the successful radiologist who set up chain of radiology setups. I got first multi-slice CT scanner for Gurgaon, I got the first superconductor MRI for Gurgaon, and I had chains of diagnostic centers that time happening for me. While the health was going down, I was fairly convinced that I'm in the right path about life. That morning in 2006, I wake up to notice that I'm blind. I had had retinal detachment and I couldn't see. A radiologist who couldn't see, who couldn't walk, who couldn't stand. Just a lump of flesh there. Life was over. I was certain there was nothing else to do anymore. There was no purpose to fulfill, nowhere to go, nothing to accomplish. It was over. But as you see, it hasn't happened. See, I stand right here in front of you, and it's been 12 years now. So what really is the secret about it? That secret is what I'm going to tell you now. Actually, it's fairly simple if you get it. If we know exactly what every object in the house is fulfilling on the purpose of, what would be a human being fulfilling on the purpose of? And that is being human. That in my language is called insaniyat. That in my language is called being human. That is called manavta. That is feeling compassion, pain, and respect for other people's suffering. And that is the machine I was. And I got it lying blind on that bed in 2006, that I have been hammered and tempered and burnt and properly processed so that I get the simplicity of what it is to be human on this planet and be born with the ability to feel the pain of the other person. I got the best teachers on the planet, I got the best institution, I got trained the best way, I had everything going for me, but I was all about what is it in it for me. The moment I got that I am actually the purpose, I am the media from which would get the reality of being human on the planet we talked about. I do not know. When the angiography was done for my eyes 3 years back, they said your eyes have healed to a level which a teenager should have, and there's no medical treatment that could have made it happen in the 50s of your life. I'm currently learning dancing from choreographers. I should be running my marathon when I turn 60 in 4 years' time. I've just learned how to swim. I got it. I was a stubborn one. I won't get it easily. He had to teach me these lessons. Last 5 years, I got that now that he's created me the way he has created me, there must be some purpose which I've not seen yet. And I keep looking for that now. So I'll talk about a few of the things that I've started doing. I took on a game, and I noticed my cell phone and my Facebook had friends, doctor friends, about 3,500 of them across the globe. Some friends, some colleagues, some teachers, and some juniors even, heading various institutions of health across the globe. I created a platform called HEAL, Health Experience at the Speed of Light. Going through my journey of healing, I realized anybody else who was to ever go through this would have, in the virtual world, through the use of internet and media, video conferencing available for any person to heal. You could have your relatives, you could have yourself, and you could have community that you love being talked of about their health illnesses with the best experts on the planet in a video conference, whereby we can actually get together and let you know right now at the speed of light as to what would work. Where on the planet is it available, and how it can be provided for the fastest, cheapest, and the most effectively that can be. That is health experience at the speed of light. Thank you. And I noticed I was getting fitter. I had 90 kg body weight. I was fit like an athlete. And I was wondering, and I stopped inquiring into why this is happening. I really got the hang of what needs to be done. And this conversation here for everyone is actually for you to insightfully look into what you have happened on the planet for. I'd like to talk about my country, India. We complain. It's a dirty place, it's an overcrowded place, politicians don't work, machineries don't work, and whatever we complain of. How, if I were residing in any other developed country across the globe, could have I been effective at all? Thank God that I'm born into this country. The country, no surprise, where Gautam Buddha, Guru Nanak, Vivekanand, Dayanand, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi. Really, could there be a place with so many luminaries who would have changed the course of what human beings are for the planet ever happened in any other soil? And I was automatically there, born there, living, my feet walking that soil where they had once stood. It is a brilliant place to be. It has its problems, but that's why all of us are here. That's why I am here. That's why I'm being trained. That's why I'm being brought by every time. That's why I've been created, recreated, and recreated so that I do make a difference and I'm not wasted. And I value my life. I value my time. I value the purpose that I'm out to accomplish. If a father would have sent me here, he would have had two instructions for me. All your parents would touch your head and say, be happy, beta, khush raho. So I chose to be happy first. No matter what happens, let's laugh and smile and have a ball of a time. Let's start dancing. Let's start singing. Let's celebrate this. We are alive. We've woken up again. It's something we can celebrate every time. Things could go the way they would go. But there comes the second part that human beings can do, and that is being purposefully human. Get into the domain of being purposefully human. Insaniyat should be reflecting in every action that you do. When you do these two things, that's the recipe for miracles to happen on the planet. I chose to now go and talk to the planet. I had a family as big as the whole universe now. I haven't lost nobody. They're all still around. They're in this room. There are those 56 people who donated blood for me. Because in All India Institute, you could only get blood if they donate in your name. They found me a family, and I didn't even realize they were. And then we live in the country which says Vasudev Kutumbakam. The whole world is my own family. I got it. Out of that, what I also got, that we can give blood donations to each other and we make people survive. Also, I got that the children currently, the youth, the young people, and that's why I love talking to them in schools and colleges, are going to create the next planet. We have messed it up pretty bad. But it is not unsalvageable. We together can make a real difference. The butterfly effect starts from this point now in this room, where we spread the message of love, health, happiness, peace across the globe. This is an opportunity to do so, right now here. I took on training the youth in actually helping their community. I went to the villages, and I still do. One day in a week, I go to a village and I talk to the school and college children in the school about what are the ailments, the medical ailments. Because people generally would like to talk to me they would like to talk to a doctor. But then I would also let you know that we have just had few irrigation plants set up and some drainage systems being created from through students in the school in many villages of Haryana. Electrification, roads being created, jobs being created, and all that is happening because I go and talk about what can you do for the community. What in your world you think you have been created to make a difference in. A project called Hamrahi is a project where the youth in the villages actually escort the sick people to the hospitals, the scared, debilitated, diseased people, and they support them to make them heal to the best abilities. It brings me now to the final thing, which is the organ donation that I'm talking about. 130 crores of us Indians, and we have a fixed lifespan. We could be soon leaving the planet. What are we going to do with the biggest asset we have? It's us. Nobody on the planet has the kind of raw material India already has. All what you got to do is feel the pain of the other people. On your way out, leave your body for the rest of the world to enjoy. Your eyes could still be seeing, your loved ones hearts can be beating somewhere, their kidneys, their hand, their feet, their lungs, their livers can all still be functional. While we burn and bury them, we spoil the earth, we spoil the waters in the rivers, we burn the forests. How about actually utilizing this raw material for healing the planet? It's just so simple. It hit me that all we need to do is create awareness, talk about it, and that's what it took. I'm so grateful that today is an event where I can actually talk to you, and I invite all of you at some stage in life to fill this form, go out in the planet, and talk about it as the way the planet is going to heal. And that's because you and I take the responsibility for doing so. This planet could be heaven. In about less than 5 weeks' time, 60% hospitals would have to shut down. And we could actually be enjoying the best of our health as one family. Thank you so much for listening.